My name is Aryan D'Rosario. I'm from Merrill College, UC Santa Cruz. My pronouns are he, him, his, and I studied politics. What drew me to Santa Cruz? That's an interesting question. I think definitely the beauty of the campus. It's breathtaking. The fact that it's so close to Silicon Valley. So that was an aspect. I think the other aspect that really drew me to Santa Cruz was the fact that I could join and explore exactly what I wanted to study. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to study politics, whether I wanted to study history. For a moment, I even considered studying theater. And going to Santa Cruz helped me, option different classes. So I grew up in Delhi, in India, and in California. And so I decided to apply to the UCs. And Santa Cruz accepted me, and I decided to go there. But growing up, of course, I grew up abroad for most of my life. The first 14 years I spent in India, which is completely different to anything that you see in California. And for me, one of the important things about choosing a university was that I want to make sure that that university feels like home. And Santa Cruz is definitely not India, but it had plenty of Indian restaurants. It had a really large Indian student community, which I believe is still pretty active today. We have an Indian Student Association. We have that famous Holi party that takes place on the field every year. So those little things kind of made it more interesting for me. And of course, we had professors who were researching about India. And even though we didn't really have any classes in the politics department about South Asia, what I really liked was that my professors were willing to let me do my research that I wanted to do and give me credit for it. And that's a major, major plus about UC Santa Cruz, is that we are a research-based institution. And any student who's willing to do research, who wants to do research, Santa Cruz is the best option. So I'm in touch with quite a few professors from UC Santa Cruz, at least 2 or 3. And the reason I'm in touch with them is because they had a lasting impact on my life. Not only the advice they gave me for my future, but also the fact that I really enjoyed attending classes with them. Professor Kent Eaton in the politics department is perhaps the best professor of politics out there, and I'm not joking. I mean, I think taking his classes, I wrote my senior seminar paper with him, and he was so helpful, and he helped me every step of the way. He wrote my letter of recommendation for Oxford, so I'm extremely, extremely grateful for him. And I think what I appreciated about professors at Santa Cruz was that they were challenging. They want you to go out of your comfort zone, but they're also willing to help you every step of the way. You just need to ask for help. Don't be scared of approaching a professor and saying, I'm having some trouble with this paper. What can I do to make it better? And they will help you. Everyone is super, super friendly. And that's what makes the community such an amazing thing to be a part of. We have a lecture series at UC Santa Cruz. Every year, it's called the Siddhartha Maitra Lecture Series. And my first year at Santa Cruz, the person who addressed the lecture series was Nirupama Menon Roy, who was a former Foreign Secretary of India. And for me, as someone who was interested in politics, interested in history, interested in perhaps joining government myself, it was like a dream come true to hear her speak in person. I remember my first year at Santa Cruz, I was extremely scared. I mean, going to college is a scary thing. You're leaving home, you're living on campus. But the fact that everyone was so friendly, everyone was so helpful, and that the faculty at Santa Cruz actually seemed to care about me as a student, as a 18-year-old young person who had no idea what they wanted to do in life. That really helped me become more secure. It helped me become more comfortable with who I was. I sort of figured things out. And that's what college is all about. You shouldn't go to college thinking that, oh, I know exactly what I want to do in life. College changes you, and it changes you for the better. And Santa Cruz definitely changed me for the better.